The Finance Department is urging Filipinos to spend to keep the economy rolling, but senators are asking how's that supposed to happen when assistance to the poor has been withheld. Mean Los Baños with the story.
As the economy hits a snag due to the pandemic, the Finance Department deemed it's best to spend to stimulate the economy rather than hold on to cash. In Wednesday's hearing of the Finance Department's 2021 budget, DOF Secretary Carlos Dominguez reported that tax revenue so far this year is lower by 24% compared to the original 2020 target, which is pegged at 3.4 trillion pesos. The decrease in collections prompted the DOF to revise and lower their targets for the year.
We will continue our budget spending as a part of stimulating the economy and use our good credit rating to fund that essentially that stimulus. We cannot save our way to prosperity. We have to spend our way to prosperity.
But more than the purchasing, the issue, says Dominguez, lies with the public's lack of confidence to go out and spend. The agency says this is already a psychological issue.
This COVID crisis hit both sides. It dropped people's incomes and they cannot spend. It also reduced the supplies. Like for instance, in transportation, with the necessity for social distancing, you have less supply of transportation. With more social distancing, you have less seats in restaurants, etc. So this is really a very, very difficult problem.
Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon shares Dominguez's sentiment that confidence is key, and he thinks the Health Department hasn't done much yet to address this.
When we compare ourselves to our neighboring countries, particularly Vietnam and Taiwan, we know that they have arrested the pandemic more, and this has contributed to the difficulty in attaining that confidence that you have pointed out, Mr. Secretary.
He also said that purchasing power was hampered when the Social Welfare Department withheld the release of 10 billion pesos worth of cash assistance to poor households. DSWD Secretary Rolando Bautista said they just followed a letter from the Office of the President in May, directing the agency to slash the number of recipients from 18 million to 14 million for the second phase of the Social Amelioration Program. The DSWD has so far released 200 billion pesos for the SAP, but several senators question the DSWD's move.
If this practice will go on of not spending the amount released, not appropriated, released to the agency, I'm afraid that your policy of budget spending will not bear the fruit.
Thank you for that. I was quite surprised myself, Your Honor. And we'll certainly take it up with the Budget Secretary and the DBCC.
The DOF is asking for an 18.28 billion peso budget for next year, with the Bureau of Internal Revenue getting the biggest share among its attached agencies. The Senate Committee on Finance has already approved the budget and endorsed it to be discussed to the plenary level. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.